Hey, welcome. I've been talking to nobody because I didn't unmute the microphone like a genius. Good times. Um, anyway, welcome to Attack of Opportunity. I am Trey, and we are going to be playing through a D&D solo adventure. Today we are playing through Tyrant of Zehntil Keep by Bilmer. And I played Death Knights Squire about a month ago now, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I played it live. You can find the video on our YouTube channel. And yeah, we're going to get going here in just a minute. But Attack of Opportunity, we play a D&D game currently every Sunday at 4 p.m. That would be essentially in the time slot we're in now. We're at 3 p.m., but you get the point. And we play for 3-4 hours on Sunday, and we have an ongoing campaign that we have started and plan to keep going for a long time. We have a bunch of other stuff that we're planning to do for Attack of Opportunity in the very near future, so stay tuned. Today, you can find us on Twitter at Attack of OP, and we post a lot there. You can find me on Twitter at Trey Kane. I post a lot about D&D stuff there, or about when my computer breaks. Pretty much what I talked about for 2 days. Alright, so without any further ado, we're going to get started. I am playing Unlan Gilmaris, a level 3 warlock. I know my overlay says level 2. It's now wrong. I misread some instructions. Good job. But yeah, we're going to get going. I played Death Knights Squire recently, and that was great. But yeah, Unlan, a little bit about Unlan. He's a wood elf, so he likes the forest. Good times. And yeah, so without any further ado, we have some backstory we need to cover. The way these solo adventures work is they kind of go to read through like a choose-your-own-adventure book, and there's some instructions. Generally, you defer to the book as the DM. If the book doesn't have anything that it wants you to do, the general rule is just kind of keep it fun, and what would the DM do? Like, just do that. So, with that, we're going to start with some backstory. Flight from the Shadows. You wander far. At some point, as you cross the Aranok Desert, the year is 1350 DR, halfway through the century, and certainly the end of a momentous decade for Faerun. So much has happened. The departure of the elves from Koremathor, the rise of the Witch King Zehingi, in Damara and Vasa, at the end of the age of humanity itself. But these things are far from your mind as you toil across the dry, wasted landscape of the Netheril. Heading east, sometimes northeast, as the wind takes you, but then again, not heading anywhere, really just walking. You have seen much already, and for a while you have the feeling that shadows are on your tail, so you keep walking, trudging until the weight of those shadows begins to lift. As you cross the Aranok, several days at a time pass, when you see not a soul. You embrace the solitude and spend that time talking aloud to yourself about everything you have encountered, everything you have learnt so far in your life. Many realizations crystallizing during your crossing of the Aranok, but soon you begin to crave the company of another being, any friendly humanoid, really. As your supplies start to run out, your solitude becomes a threat to your survival. On the third day after your water skin runs dry, you see a dot. No, several small dots on the horizon traveling towards you, oscillating like specters across the dry, hot distance. Your spirits lift. You are saved from the dying of thirst by a traveling caravan consisting of a friendly half-orc and several families who are running from the shadows of their own, it seems. They tell a tale of persecution in the lands you are about to enter. They speak of tyrants and powerful despots and secret networks. The word of the Zentarum is mentioned several times, usually in conjunction with the name Manchun, which makes you weigh for a moment the option of turning south and avoiding what lies ahead. That thought enters your mind, but for a breath, following which you chide yourself for your cowardice. No, ever since you set out on this journey, you were resolved to simply keep walking in the direction you had chosen, and now your resolve is firmer than ever. Whatever constitutes, excuse me, whatever crosses your path, you will deal with as you always have, with keen instinct and prodigious skill in combat. You say goodbye to the caravan and continue. Slowly, civilization, or at least the remnants of it, begin to emerge from the shifting sands. Ruins of the nethery spires and the plain of the standing stones bear witness to the great civilizations that once prospered here, when cities hovered above the desert floor. The great floating city of Thalanthar, now lost somewhere in the shadow plane, was the greatest of these. You walk on and you wonder to yourself if this desert has an ending, when slowly the landscape begins to change. Endless sands giving way to grassy hills, the color of wheat. Then suddenly, as if springing from the landscape itself, a great emerald forest rises before you, stretching far north. You are entering the border forest. Continuing east, after 2 days' peaceful travel in its green depths, you emerge, seeing before you a river winding its way through a pristine landscape towards a huge inland body of water, a loch sea, the Moon Sea, to be precise. You'd always known it was here, but nothing had prepared you for its grandeur. You walk, following the River Tesh, and traffic on the road picks up. You see numerous farms dotting the landscape, and on the faces of these simple folk you read lines of worry, of hardship, and oppression. In stark contrast to the beauty of the land you travel through, after 3 days you reach a town called Teshweave, where you spend a night and replenish your supplies. You can't help noticing that these people, despite the beauty and grandeur of this inland realm, look harassed, exhausted, ill-treated. Over ale, you listen to whispered conversations. You hear names spoken in bitter tones. Manchun, Fazul, Seminon. An old merchant enjoys your company so much that he buys you several drinks and gives you a thorough rundown on the geography of the area. Later on in your room, you go over his description in your head several times and cement the local geography in its place. The next day dawns gray and gloomy. You depart Teshweave, making your way towards the next city, the name of which you learnt the night before, Zehntil Keep. It takes you 3 more days to reach Zehntil Keep, and as you approach, you see ruins dotting the landscape, dimly lit in the evening light. It appears this was once a scene of major conflict. You even notice what appears to be the scorching of dragonfire, long, dark gray streaks running the lengths of ruined buildings and roadways. Then suddenly the granite walls of Zehntil Keep rise before you, banners flying, guards manning their battlements, right from your sight of Zehntil Keep. You see that it is not really a beautiful city, but rather built to withstand battle. It has a grim, imposing look to it. Dusk slowly turns to evening as you descend from the north down the long slope towards the fortified town, just before dipping below the horizon. The sun emerges from between a gap in the clouds, spreading warm, golden light over the landscape. The broad river Tesh, like a vein of gold running through the stone, winds its way towards the Moon Sea, some 15 miles to the east. You sense strongly that something awaits you within those tall, weathered walls. Some quest or task. For better or worse, you stride up to the guards who man the gates, eyeing you warily. Turn to entry 1. All right, here we go. The adventure begins. Oh, look at these guys. 4 staunch-looking warriors guard the entranceway of Zehntil Keep. Welcome to Zehntil Keep, the lead one says gruffly. State your business. Just traveling through, you reply. He grunts, surveying you from head to toe. Well, mind your step, traveler. Obey Manchun's edicts. Stay out of trouble, and you'll be just fine. I nod. Guards walk past them through the gates. The street you are on leads directly to the heart of the city. Not far off, you can see a market square where merchants are packing up their tents as trade ends for the day. You quickly look around and reveal the city is not exactly dirty, but definitely in need of a spruce up. Buildings are thick wood structures or older stone edifices, damaged in places by what looks like the scars of battle. Cobble is poorly maintained, and there are potholes here and there. Overall impression of the once proud city that has taken a few knocks. The citizens look like they've taken a beating too. They're slumping around, not exactly full of joy of life, like many of the others you've seen in this expansive valley. They look browbeaten, harassed, and at the end of their tether. On both sides of the street, you see businesses shutting up shop, owners heading home. The only establishment still open is a tavern to your right. A sign hung above the door stating its name, The Scoundrel's Tankard. Just your sort of place. Further down the street, you see a man standing on a crate with a large crowd gathered round him. He appears to be delivering some kind of sermon. Although it's hard to make out what he's saying over the noise of the carts clattering past you, you feel a tiny drop of rain on the back of your hand. You look up to see a gray clouds threatening downpour. What do I want to do here? I want to go and listen to the man's sermon. Tankard, otherwise... No, I want to go in the tankard. I need a drink. So we are going to 109. I don't honestly know what that means, but that's where we're going. I think it means I'm going to number here. There it is. All right. You make your way across the street to the Scoundrel's Tankard. Pushing your way through the door, you immediately met with a wall of noise. The place is packed. There is a reek of ale and sweat, and you shoulder your way in towards the bar, raising a few grunts in protest. Go to map 5 in the maps booklet, and turn to entry for map 5 on the back of this booklet. Page numbers are cool. There are no page numbers. Alright, we're going to fumble through this a little bit. Sorry, everybody. Alright, here we go. Let's show you guys the maps. Go! This is map 5. Let's find the map 5 instruction. I hope I don't die. Sorry. I didn't go super far ahead in the book. Because it felt like cheating, right? Because this is supposed to be spontaneous. This is supposed to be what I would do live. And honestly, this is what would happen if I was doing this by myself. I would sit here and fumble with the book for 5 minutes trying to figure out where in the heck I'm supposed to go. So I apologize for that, but it's reality, folks. Deal with it. Alright, there's a lot of entries here. Holy crap. You know what would be super helpful? A separate booklet with just the map stuff in it, so I didn't have to, like, fumble through a PDF. Or clickables? Oh, it is clickable. Holy crap. Oh, man. Okay. I am totally failing all around. PDFs 101. Try clicking first. Alright, hold on. Let's see if this will jump me back to the right place. Okay, alright. Okay, this is going to be a lot smoother from here forward. Alright. Okay, so place the token at the bottom of the map and then have a look at the numbered entries on the map and choose where you want to move your token to. So my token is entering down here. It looks like I'm down here. Okay, look at me. And then it appears to me, I want to move to... Alright, so here's what's going on at these locations. There appears to be a dice game going on here. 54, there's a halfling pouring drinks. Well, I said I wanted a drink, so that's where I'm going to go first. Sit here and try to listen in on some conversations, maybe in a minute. 189 over on the east wall, there are various posters that look interesting. I'm a sucker for a good poster. Let's try the... yeah, let's go ahead and try the the bar. 54. 54. 53. 54. Okay. So we're going to go up to the bar. Here we go. A halfling tends the bar, darting back and forth as he provides cider, ale, and hot pies. Just 1 second here. Yeah, okay. Halfling tends the bar. Darting back and forth, he provides cider, ale, and hot pies to his customers. A halfling woman, his wife, perhaps, takes payment for the food and drink. You watch them for a while, marveling at the intricate dance they perform so effortlessly together. A male half-orc, over 6 feet tall, approaches. "Barkeep!" he cries in a merry tone. That was not merry. Let's try again. "Barkeep! Barkeep!" There, that's better. "Barkeep!" he cries in a merry tone. "A pint of your finest black ale, please." The halfling turns and looks at him contemptuously. You'll pipe down and wait your turn, laddie. If you know it's good for you." The half-orc is taken aback by this, but doesn't protest. You hear him mumble under his breath. "Downright bloody rude, that is." Your reverie is interrupted by a loud announcement. 10 minutes, friends, till the pit bouts. Get your drinks, move downstairs, and we shall have a show. Still taking challengers for the third bout as well. Against the mad dwarf Croman Daggerfist. He has daggers for fists? He takes all comers. 150 gold piece purse for that bout. After hearing this, a few punters drift towards the stairs, but everyone else gets back to their drinks. It appears there are no challengers right now. 150 gold pieces? That's a lot of gold pieces. But I still want to drink. Can I drink and then punch the guy that has daggers for fists? That thing I can do? We need to fight Daggerfist. It's happening. We're fighting Daggerfist. Where? You walk to the back of the tavern and descend a set of stairs. From below comes the stench of body odor, ale, and pipe smoke. You emerge in a dingy little room, at the center of which is a hexagonal ring surrounded by ropes. You watch as a troll does battle with an ogre, neither of them giving an inch. The sounds of fists slapping against flesh fill the room to the raucous cheers of the crowd, who are loving every moment of this bloodfest. Finally, the ogre gets the better of the troll, beating him to the floor with a succession of vicious punches. Someone rings a gong, and the referee enters the ring, waving his arms. Our victor, Screwtoe of Thor! The referee yells, lifting the arm of one of the ogres. Screwtoe. The ogre's about... Now our last competitor, who still has no opponent, Crum Daggerfist. Any potential challengers should know that this is not a fight to the death. You are not risking your life here. Crum will reduce you to a bloody pulp, certainly, but he will not kill you. No, we will leave that honor to the Black Network. I added the laugh. There is a roar of laughter at this comment, and a bottle goes flying through the air, missing the announcer's head by a hair's breadth. Hey, settle down, you lot, he shouts half-heartedly, then takes a swig of ale from the large tankard that someone just passed him. A dwarf slides in under the ropes and stands and begins immediately pacing back and forth, leering at the crowd menacingly, a mixture of cheering and booming greeting his arrival. He has a shock of bright red hair and wears a belt lined with throwing daggers, as well as one long, menacing-looking blade, a couple of fingers smaller than a short sword. The dwarf starts berating the punters, most of whom are quite drunk. So, none of you cowards are willing to face me? I suppose I'll take 150 gold to myself then. Drink it away upstairs. As Crom turns his back to you in order to abuse the other half of the room, you step forward and make a signal to the referee, who nods at you and motions for you to enter the ring. It's on. I'm mildly regretting these actions at this point in time. Let's see what happens. All right. What map did I need to turn to? Let's see, hold on. Oh, look at Crom. He's crazy. He's got a crazy face. I need to turn to the hexagonal ring, I think. Which is probably not that one or that one. Is it back this way? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. The Dwarven Warrior, who is going to be this, he's got this red hair, so he's going to be this red token. Crom. PC. The Dwarven Warrior looks up at you, looks you up and down and laughs. Is this the best you could find, Pidrich? I'll make short work of this poor fool. Crom wears a belt stocked with throwing daggers. There's also a vicious-looking black-handled dagger. Why isn't this dwarf better armed, do you think? But you won't be bringing it up. 150 gold pieces, after all. You look back up at his face, which is extensively scarred, and grimace as Crom cracks his mouth in a malicious smile, revealing rows of rotted teeth. Ready, then? He asks mockingly. If you are a two-player party, I am not. Place tokens. Did. Roll initiative for myself and for Crom! Excuse me. Alright, Crom is going to be the pink dice. Crom got a 14. I got a 7. Alright, what is mine? Is +2. So we're both a +2. I need... whiteboard. Alright, Crom has a 16. Trey has a 9. Good times. Did that. I could try and cast Charm Person, but I don't have it prepared. So, wait, do I? Ooh, wait, hold up. Back this train up. Nope, I don't. I didn't think Charming would be super useful in a book adventure. That's what I get for mitigating. If you are within 25 feet, Crom makes a melee attack using his black poison dagger. If not, he makes a ranged attack using a normal dagger. Whoever's reduced to 5 hit points first is the loser. Okay, so Crom moves first. His speed is 25. 15, 20, 25. Oh, no, he can't get to me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. No, he can't get to me. All right, Crom gets to me, and he makes a melee attack with a black poison dagger. Oof. And this is going to be a +6 to hit on an 18. I'm pretty confident this hits me. Yeah, armor class is 13. That definitely hits me. And so then that's going to be a 1d4 plus 4 piercing. And that's 1 on the d4 plus 4 is 5. Target must make a Constitution saving throw. An 11 plus 2. It's going to be 13. What's my DC? DC 15. Or take 2d6. Oh, Christ. 2d6 poison damage and become poisoned for 1 minute. Oh. Okay. So he, in total, this round does to me. 5, 9, 11. Oh, okay. 11 damage. Trey minus 11. That puts me at 13. Okay. Trey's turn. I am going to go ahead and attempt to use Chill Touch on him. I'll roll the natural 1. Which doesn't hit. Unless his AC is something ridiculous. Yeah, no, it doesn't hit. Cool. So, I try to touch him, and it's cold, but it does nothing. Yay. He goes again. Rolled a 16. He's going to hit me again. With his fancy black poison dagger. 4 for the dagger. Con save. Make my con save. So he only does 1. So he hits me for... He finishes me. He hits me for 8. 13. That puts me at 0. So he finishes me. Oh, what a terrible first fight. Adventure's over. Let's go home. All right, let's see what happens. What the heck? Crom defeated me. If Crom reduced you to 0 hit points, record your HP as 5, as Crom knew to stop short. This was not a fight to the death. Next time, Pedrich, try harder to find me a worthy opponent. I deserve that. You hear Crom bellow as he leaves the ring. He tosses you a few coin, which lands about your head as you lay beaten on the canvas. Buy yourself a drink, mate. He laughs as he disappears into the crowd. I think it's time I go back to the tavern and get myself that drink. You creep up the passageway to the... Nope. The crowd in the Scoundrel's Tankard is quickly thinning. Heading home, soon there are only a few people left in the bar, talking quietly over pints of ale. Those who witnessed the pit bouts are filtering up from downstairs, loudly discussing the merits of how terrible you are and how great Crom is as they leave. You realize it grows late as you sulk, beaten over your ale. You'll need to find somewhere to stay for the night. The night is now falling, and you start walking towards the market square, checking the main thoroughfare and side streets for suitable inns. As you walk down the street, one leads off to the main street. You see a small figure, slumped on a stoop, taking regular swigs from a whiskey bottle. As you pass, you catch a sight of a halfling's face, and he looks absolutely miserable. You bid him good night, if only to try and cheer him up a minute. Is it? He replies miserably. It's been a while since I've had a good night. Anyway, fare thee well, stranger. Do I stop and ask him why he is so troubled? I think I have to, otherwise I'm a terrible person, right? I think I just have to do that. Yeah, let's talk to this guy. You ask the dejected halfling why he is so miserable. Through the thick drunken haze, he peers up at you, if struggling to understand. Why am I so sad? He replies. I'm ruined, my friend. Absolutely ruined. My business is in tatters. You sit yourself down and question him further. Slowly, you manage to coax the full story out of him. The halfling, whose name is Wendell Wheatfields, runs Wendell's Essential Victuals. Wendell's Essential Victuals. Wendell's Essential Victuals. All right. Wendell's Essential Victuals, selling meats, vegetables, dry grains, and other items to various hospitality establishments across to Zehntil Keep. I keep the whole city fed, he boasts at one point, but Wendell tells you that thieves have been pilfering his goods for some weeks now. At first it was just a sack of grain here, a crate of potatoes there, but lately they've been taking more and more, and last night they cleaned me out completely. Everything gone. I have the capital to restock my inventory, but I just can't go on like this. You discover from Wendell that he keeps all his goods in his cellar, selling from his shopfront upstairs. Customers walk in off the street, and the doors are triple locked every night. There were never any signs of forced entry, which led Wendell to think that someone was or could be using magic to teleport in. But he soon dismissed that idea. Teleporting to steal potatoes? And flour? Why would anyone bother? There's a bank 2 doors down. But then I found it, Wendell says, turning to meet your gaze. He wipes his mouth with the back of his hand. Or rather, my friend Ortner found it. Found what? I ask. A secret tunnel leading downstairs. Stairs beyond stairs. Who knew? What's down there? I'm thugs, most likely. Stealing from my storeroom and reselling my potatoes on the black market. You ask him if he informed the city guard. Wendell laughs. Zehntil? He laughs diversively. No help. Especially not to a small-timer like me. Didn't you know that Bane is the god in the city? No, friend. Kindness is in short supply around here, I'm afraid. And I can't afford mercenaries, so that's me. I'm done, I'm afraid. Takes another long swig off his whiskey, nearly draining the bottle this time. You can't help but pity the poor little fellow. And you also can't help thinking that depending on what's down those stairs, this is possibly something you could help him out with. This night's full of stupid decisions, Wendell. Of course I'll go help you. You tell Wendell Wheatfields that you would be more than happy to check out what's at the bottom of those stairs. You've seen enough oppression already in the Moon Sea to last you a lifetime. It's time someone showed a little humanity around here. Wendell buries his face in your chest and throws his arms around you, sobbing profusely. Thank you, friend. You have no idea. I can't even face my wife anymore. This is nearly done to me, and I will give you whatever I can. There may be some potatoes left. Wendell, I insist that you let me do this for free. I'm going to go ahead and take 1 point of inspiration for my kindness. It actually says that in the book. I'm not just saying that. I'm going to take 1 point of inspiration for my kindness. Wendell's jaw drops at your offer to investigate his problem for free. Sent by the gods you are! I knew one day my luck would turn. I just knew it. But you want some of my whiskey? Together, we toast to the mission ahead. Wendell tells me he's far too drunk now to do anything but stagger home and fall into bed. But he gives me directions to his place and tells me to come there tomorrow, 3 hours after the close of business. Write the code word HELP Wendell on my character sheet. Help Wendell. Then you must really find an inn, which you can do by going to 222. At the appropriate time, this code word will be activated, and you will undertake the side quest. Sweet. 222. What? Oh. You walk the streets of Zehntil Keep looking for somewhere to spend the night. Make an investigation roll. Sure, I can do that. 3! What am I doing? Investigation. I know I'm pretty good at that. +2. I'm not good at that. So it's 5. Go to 56. Ugh. You pound the streets of Zehntil Keep for half an hour or so, searching for an inn. The drizzle turns into a proper rain as you walk, and the night falls completely. The streets are wet and empty, everyone having retreated to the golden glow of their homes for the evening. Finally, you find a modest-looking establishment named the Stout Miner. You enter, dripping wet, and greet the innkeep with a nod. Rooms are 2 gold pieces a night. Oh, wait, hold on. She's a woman. Rooms are 2 gold pieces a night, she announces matter-of-factly. And I'll not have any hijinks. No guests in the room after dusk, and breakfast is served an hour after sunup. You shell out the gold, and you shell out the 2 gold and the portly woman and seek... Wait, why do we have to point out that she's portly? That's rude. You shell out the 2 gold to the portly woman and see a stack of maps in the front desk. Pocket-sized maps of Zehntil Keep. If you cannot afford a room, the innkeep will take small items in lieu of gold. Consider pieces. Well, I need to shell out 2 gold. I have 2 gold. I have that. Take one. Take one, the woman says, indicating the maps. They're free. Courtesy of Lord Manchun. You retire to your room with the map and study it carefully, thinking about what parts of the city you will visit tomorrow. Refer to the map 1 in the maps booklet. Finally, sleep catches up with you, and you drift off into a deep slumber. On a surprisingly comfortable bed. Sweet. I regain all of my hit points from this long rest. Thank God, because I was dead. Go to entry 74. Let's recover hit points. Recover the hit points. Recover the hit points. Give me all my hit points back, yeah. Okay. Alright, you wake in the morning and take breakfast downstairs. Gruel hotcakes with sweet syrup. Thanking the innkeeper, you walk out to the street and survey the scene before you. Carts trundle towards Market Square, where merchants are already setting up. The day is fine and clear, and all about you locals. And all about you locals and travelers go about their business. Unfurling your map, you study the different areas of Zehntil Keep and consider what parts you should explore. Map entry 1. Alright. Where are we going to go, guys? We got the 78 down here. That's a cool place. Oh, they're named. I need to pick this up. I'm sorry. You're over here, not over there. I need to pick this up. I'm sorry. Just 1 second. So let's see. We can go to the Amanuator Temple. That's interesting. of the Stout Miner. I think that's where I am now, aren't I? Where am I now? I don't know where I am now. Anybody remember the name of the inn I was in? Anybody? Chat? Scimitar Street, Market Square, Grand Temple of Bane, Arcana Lane, in the Zehntil Arms. I think I'm in the Stout Miner. Yeah, okay. Chat confirms. Stout Miner. Alright, so... Arcana Lane? Oh, Arcana Lane. There's a trove of supplies and diverse artifacts. I really don't need anything. Serving the Zentarum army. Keepers. Warriors. Grand Temple of Bane. The glorious temple of our beloved god Blaine. Not Blaine. Blaine is a cool guy, but he is not our god. All hail Blaine. South City ruins. From the ashes we will rise again after the disastrous invasion of the Orc horde from the scorching dragonfire that destroyed Zehntil Keep nearly 50 years ago. We rebuilt this fair city out of the rubble. South City ruins. Oh, that sounds... Oh, it's destroyed. I see on the map now. I get it. I want to go down there. I like blown up stuff. What's the Attenuator Temple? Not everyone is enlightened as the Zents. This temple is to this temple to the minor sun god and other gods in the Faerun pantheon is mainly placed here for outlanders, presided over Eldar the pious novice priest, formerly of Waterdeep. Oh, I know that guy. I'm not tracking progress points, but I need to track progress points to go there? What? At any time you may choose to conclude the day's business in Zehntil Keep and return to the inn where you stayed last night. Oh. Okay. Nightfall. You have to visit 4. Each location takes 1 progress point. You'll have time to visit 4 locations before nightfall. Okay. And then I have random encounters. North Zehntil, South Zehntil. Okay. Okay, I get what's happening here. I get what's happening here. All right. Let's put this back. I think I want to go check out the Attenuator Temple, because that guy sounds like he's not a jerk like the other people in this town. So I think I want to go check out that thing. So the Attenuator Temple is 53. So I need to go to entry 53. I really wish they would have put quickies in here for this. This would have been helpful. Okay, so now I got to go find entry 53. I bet I could search this bugger. 53. Wait. Return to 53. 53. Add 1 progress point if you have only just arrived at the Attenuator Temple. Yeah, so this is going to be progress points. Progress points. Boop, boop. 1 progress point. I'm honestly not sure what the progress points are. We'll find out together. Okay. Oh, you cannot have more than 4 progress points. If this puts you at 5 progress points, do not read below and immediately go to entry 132. Okay. Progress points are keeping time for me. I get it. Help Wendell 1. Oh, I have inspiration. Okay. Here we are at the Attenuator Temple. Okay, let me see if I can say this where I've said this wrong 4 different ways. Amaunator temple. Okay, hold on. Back up. Amaunator temple. Amaunator temple. Amaunator temple. Going with that. Amaunator temple is tucked away in the northwestern area of Zehntil Keep, beyond artisans' workshops. It's in a semi-industrial area, unlike the Black Altar, which sits among the main clerical region of the city. As you walk towards it, you see many different races and peoples from all over Faerun, but not many Zents. It seems Bane is the deity of choice in this city, and given that the Amaunator is Bane's mortal enemy, you can't help but think this temple is a token gesture. The Amaunator's face, a radiant sun, is positioned right over the main entrance. You enter the cool interior, and the heady smell of incense envelops you. Heady. There's a fountain set in the middle of the main temple room, which provides a soft, watery background noise for the worshippers who sit peacefully around the temple room floor, contemplating the large Amaunator idol, which graces the altar. A priest rings a bell as he chants an ethereal prayer and presents foodstuffs to the idol. In alcoves around the wall are other smaller idols, representing other deities of Faerun. Mater, god of endurance. Torm, god of courage. Tyre, a god of justice. Shantae, a goddess of agriculture. Probably slaughtered half those names. The list goes on and on. This appears to be a catch-all for worshippers of any deity that isn't Bane. All hail Blaine. Praise be unto he. And glancing around the worshippers, you see that this could be a chance to gain some valuable information. There are all sorts of individuals here, or perhaps you could use your time to pray for some boon from the Amaunator. Approach the altar and pray to the Amaunator. I just feel like it's going to eat me with that Amaunator. That can't be the name. That just can't be the name. Oh, man. The Amaunator. Okay. Approach a priest. Go talk to some elves who are sitting here. I like elves. If you feel you have spent enough time in this peaceful oasis and leave the part. No, let's go talk to the priest. I'm not a big prayer guy. Quietly, you make your way up to a nearby female priest. Ooh, a lady. Resplendent in her robes of gold. Welcome to our temple, traveler. Oh, wait. Let me fix the voice. Welcome to our temple, traveler. She says warmly. From her accent, you pick her up as that was a non-accent. But a non-Bane worshipping Zent. That's rare. What do you ask her about? She is quite busy with various tasks of worship, but probably has time to answer one question. What can you tell me about the Baneite faith? How are they so prominent here? Do you have any holy oil that I could take in exchange for... I don't want this woman to give me oil. That's weird. Other religions are present in the Moon Sea. I'm going to go ahead and ask about the Baneite faith. Why are the Baneites so prominent? The priest says, repeating your question. Because the men at its head are corrupt, ruthless murderers. That's why. And their god rewards such behavior. Never trust a devout Baneite, Outlander, or you could pay for it with your life. She goes on to tell you that the Church of Bane is undergoing a bit of internal strife. Orthodox Baneites are at odds with the Fuzul Shimbrul's faction of worshippers. Solid. As the latter has done a deal with the Manchun, not the Manchun. Manchun is a person, not an organization. And the Black Network. Black Network is an organization, not a person. They feel Fuzul has sold out the Manchun and... I did it again. Manchun and corrupted the faith. Interesting, you think. Where there is division, there is a chance to exploit that division. You thank the priestess for her time, and she wanders off to attend other duties. Turn to entry 53 and choose another option if you wish. Well, considering I got pretty exhausted walking here, it was a long way, and I had to spend a progress point, I am going to go ahead and pray to the Amaunator. Yeah, by the way, when I picked this, I knew it was Easter, but I did not know this was super religious, so my bad on that if I'm offending anybody. It's not my intent. Where are they? Where's my Mawinator? Mawinator. Ah, found it. You kneel before the altar and quietly say a prayer to the Mawinator, asking him to bless your travels. Roll a d20. If you have the Amawinator as your deity, you may add 5 to the roll. I definitely don't, because otherwise this would have come up way sooner. I am the Amawinator. Oh, God. 10. Don't add anything. What's the Amawinator do for me? Roll 1 through 9. If you roll 10 or above, go to 459. You look up at the Amawinator as you say your prayer, and the face of the solar god seems alive to you, animated. You feel benevolent. Spiritual energy overwhelms you, and you feel as though nothing could stand in the way of you reaching your destiny. You have received a spiritual boon from the Amawinator. You may either take an inspiration point or an automatic success on a medicine, survival, perception, or insight check, then return to 53 to choose another option. I already have an inspiration point, so I'm going to take an automatic success on a perception check. Gotta love the boons from the deities. Alright. 53. I guess I'll go talk to these elves. What up, elves? How's your praying going? Stranger's motives. You approach the elves. Ah, there's the elves. You approach the elves and attempt to engage them in the conversation, but they look slightly suspicious of you. I would be suspicious too if some guy interrupted me when I was trying to pray to the Amawinator. Make a performance check. I'm going to do a little dance for him. Do a little elf dance. Hey, what up, elves? Yeah, look at me. I'm just hanging out here. We're in your church. An 18! My dance did it! I danced my way to success! The elves, one female and one male, engage you in conversation. They don't appear to know much that is useful to you, but are certainly friendly enough. The female elf introduces herself as Salin. She tells you that the main elven settlement in the Moonsea area is Elventree, which is near the forest of Camerthor. Both of these elves are from there. Mithranor is also nearby, and there are many elves within the ranks of the Knights of Mithranor who are, according to these two, the Moonsea's best hope of freedom. You notice that Shalin says this statement with quite some amount of passion. The Moonsea's best hope of freedom. Better. You could ask her what she's specifically doing here in Zehntil Keep, or you can thank them for the conversation and lead them be. I mean, I danced for this conversation. We are going to keep talking. 462. Have you met the elf Shalin before? If so, you greet her fondly. I have not met her before. I don't have the code word. Yeah. What brings me here? She asks. That you are perhaps better off not knowing. Besides, I've only just met you. How do I know I can trust you? You sit down next to them. Tell me. You can trust me. That's all it takes. Okay. She looks down at you for a long time, holding your gaze, as if peering into your soul. Very well, she says. My name is Salin Eldesil, and I come on a mission from Elventree, on the south shore of the Moonsea. She pauses here slightly, sighing. My mother is the warden of the Elven Tree, and her name is Elanil Eldesil. Why do they have such tongue-twister names? Even though we are here, we are a peaceful folk. Still, we are not hidden enough to escape the prying eyes of the powers that be. Vazul Shembril, High Priest of Bane, came to Elven Tree some weeks ago, looking to court my mother's favor to see if the elves there would back Manshun, if ever a war was to come. She denied him, saying that the elves there wanted no part of Manshun's plans, so he left, seemingly accepting her decision. But later on that night, he had one of his minions, a Zentarum spy, creep in and steal a precious artifact, the wand of the Elven Mage. This is a treasured wand that has to be in the Eldesil family for generations. It is very powerful, and he means to use it in some coming war. And so, I'm here to retrieve it. It's to see that my family's legacy isn't stained forever. And I have my friend with me. We're going to break into Fazul's tower and retrieve the wand. Do I offer her help? Or do I wish her luck? Good luck! Peace! Happy Easter! No, we're going to help her with her quest, because that is what we do when we are a good person. We risk our lives for other people's wands. Yeah. Where is the wand quest? Salin, I would like to help you and your family with this wand problem. You're right. It would be horrible if your family's name was stained because of some monster. You misused your wand. So, I will help you get it back. Salin is taken aback by your offer of assistance. Well, I won't say no. We could be killed, you know, and I don't have anything to pay you with, but you will be keeping the power out of the hands of Manshun, and that's something. Think on it, Salin says. If you still want to help us, meet us at the East Bridge, in the north end, 4 hours after dusk. If you still want to help Salin achieve her goals, take note of the code word Wand Quest. Wand Quest! At the appropriate time, it will be activated. For now, return to 53. I guess I'm leaving. Wand Quest. Alright, we got Wand Quest noted. Alright, so we're gonna jump to 53. I have clicked on all of the dialogue options here. So if you feel you've spent enough time at this oasis, you must leave and depart for the streets outside. Return to map 1 and continue to your next destination. So as you move between locations, you may cross a green dot, in which case... Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Alright. Next, I think I would like to go visit essentially the opposite of the place I was. I would like to go visit the Temple of Bane because they're jerks. And I want to be like, hey, why are you guys jerks? So let's go there. It's going to be Grand Temple of Bane at 94. 94. Grand Temple of Bane. Oops, nope, that one. No, wrong entry. That's the one. Add 1 progress point. Do I have to do anything? So I want to go... I'll probably go up and around, because that makes the most sense, right? You guys can't see my map right now. Badoosh. So, yeah, I probably want to go up and around. And also, like, now that I know crossing the green dot causes a random encounter, I don't want to cross a green dot, so let's avoid that. Yeah, let's go up and around to go to 94, and we will spend 1 more progress point. Let's see here. Okay. Can't have more than 4 progress points. I only have 2 right now. So if this entry puts you at 5, go immediately to 132. I don't want to go to 132 yet. All right. So we're at the Grand Temple of Bane. The Grand Temple of Bane towers above all other structures in Zehntil Keep. Even several blocks away, you can see its central spire soaring above the rooftops, stabbing like a black spike into the sky. The very top of the spire sports a huge black hand, clenched into a fist, thrusting heavenward. As you near it, you noticed that many walking on the street are also headed in the same direction. You enter a kind of open square, and there in the center is the Bane Temple in its full splendor, a harsh-looking structure made of black stone. Going along with the crowd, you cautiously direct yourself to the main entrance, where much traffic flows in and out. Out-of-towner? Comes a voice to your left. What do you think of the Black Altar? Something to behold, no? You turn and see a shortish man with skin the color of red desert sands smiling at you. Here, he says, hands you sort of a black shawl. Put that over your head. You won't stand out as much. And stick with me. So some random dwarf it just handed me a black cloth and told me to follow him. Yeah, I'm stupid. Let's do this. All right. Tag along with the friendly stranger. Following the stranger's advice, you place the shawl over your head. That's it, he says. The name's Rainmore. You tell Rainmore your name in return. My name is... Oh god, I forgot my name. My name is Unlan Gilmaris. Rainmore informs you that he is originally from a nomadic race of people that roamed the Aranok Desert, until our people were scattered to the 4 winds of the Netheril by the Netheril Wars. He says that an urgent mission brought him to Zehntil Keep. Then he starts pointing some things of interest to you. Look at these worshippers. Look at these worshippers. Slippery folk, these Zents. Why else would they worship Bane, the god of deception? An entire city devoted to a god like that boggles the mind. You and Rainmore make your way slowly inside the main temple. The press of people tight. Inside the temple is dark. No windows show through to the interior, and the only door is the door you just passed through. It's also the only thing admitting any light. Low chanting comes from somewhere, and there are 100 different conversations going on around you. At the main altar, which is lined with dozens of candles, you see a female priestess offering a large smoking chalice to an image of what appears to be a demon? You point out the horns to Rainmore, asking him what the idol represent. That's Bane, the trickster, Rainmore explains. He's not a demon. Look closer. That's a kind of mask he's wearing, with horns on top. Bane once used the mask just like that to trick a female Trinari demon into bearing his seed and giving him a child. Child was Ishatu Vim. What? They say that Bane created Vim in case he ever died, that he would have another body that he could transfer to. That's why they call him the trickster. He even fooled the Dizzians of the Abyss, and his plane, Archeron, he touches the 9 hells, so there's a demonic connection. This is Bane's demonic manifestation. I look at Rainmore confused as hell. There's a lot of exposition, Rainmore. Couldn't have wrote that down or something? There's a low, ominous chanting that reverberates through the temple, strangely soothing, but with an underlining sinister note. It unnerves you. Rainmore points out some more aspects of the temple. There's a place where you can light candles and place them at the altar before Bane to make an offering. Each candle costs 5 gold pieces. Holy crap! That candle better wash and wax my car. Oh, man. Rainmore tells you that the money goes to the Bananite monks. Worship at your peril, friend. Worship at your peril, friend. You never know what sort of boon the Lord Darkness will bestow upon you. Oh. Rainmore also points out to you a door at the far side of the temple that he says leads to the cloister of the Bane monks. You could have a bit of a careful pry around there, but Rainmore quietly warns you not to go anywhere near that place. Not to go anywhere near that place. You also see clerics milling about, wearing black gauntlets. If you can pretend to be naive enough, you could perhaps approach one of them and try to get some information out of them. Or you could just stay where you are and observe. If you wish to make an offering to Bane, go to 25. You know. Yeah, let's make an offering to 2 gods today. You walk over to a table where candles are for sale and drop 5 gold pieces into a metal batch. Deduct this gold. Fine. Then you take up a candle, and a black-robed priest comes forward and lights it for you with a long taper. Around you, dozens of worshippers are doing the same. The smell from the candle is quite pleasant. As the wick crackles alight, slowly, you join the queue of those approaching the altar. You notice several pairs of eyes watching you. The Benite clerics closely regard all who pass. Some worshippers are no doubt regulars, but others, like yourself, will be less familiar to them. You wonder if any of Manchun's spies are amongst those clerics. Finally, you reach the altar, and you crane your neck up at the towering idol of Bane in his disguised demon form. You lean forward and place the candle at the altar, and then try to form an appropriate prayer to the Dark Lord. Make a religion check. Ooh, I know how to pray to demons. Let's see if I get any bonuses to my religion check. Nope, no bonuses. So that's going to be... Yeah. I was not successful. DC was 14, I rolled a 10. Unsuccessful. I'm not praying well to demons. You place your candle at Bane's feet among the others. Look up at the face of the idol. You see nothing there. To your eyes, this is a religious icon. Nothing more. Leaving the altar, you return to the mass of visitors, to the spot where you were before. Let's go check out that door that he told me never to go there. Why not? Cautiously, you move to the door that lies on the far side of the altar, and looking around, move to open it. Seemingly out of nowhere, a black cleric appears. He addresses you firmly. Only those in the garb of the Dark Lord's servants may enter the cloister. This is not some local attraction, my friend. These are the quarters of the Bayanite monks. How do I respond? Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Does High Priest Vizul live here? Does Antarum live here also? How do I become a Bayanite monk? Let's become a monk. How would I was curious, sir, but how do I become a Bayanite monk? The cleric looks you up and down. Well, first, you must of course be a worshipper of Bane, willing to devote your life to him. After you've proved this by humbly serving the monks, you may be awarded the rank of propriate, where you live as an uninitiated monk, doing the bidding of your elders. This lasts 3 years, after which you are initiated into the order and receive your robes of darkness. Ooh, robes of darkness! After 20 years or so, as an initiated monk, you may begin the process of becoming a cleric of Bane. I see. And what does a cleric of Bane do? The cleric straightens up and his expression becomes a staunch grimace. A cleric of Bane carries out Bane's mission, destroying the unfaithful, promoting dissent among the enemies of Bane, and carrying out the work of Lord Manchun. You think for a moment how you can exploit this statement to your advantage and gain some more information. So, Lord Manchun is equal to Bane, you goad? The priest regards you for a moment with a look of utter contempt. Opens his mouth to berate you, but stops himself. Glancing around cautiously, he lowers his voice. No, he replies. But Lord Manchun made a deal with Bane, and with the Bane priesthood. So, to an extent, we must follow his mission. We are obligated to. Obligated. Interesting. You say, thinking to yourself that there are far too many experiences to be had in this world that you would shut yourself away into a cloistered monastery for 3 years. No, thank you! It's the school of hard knocks for you. Thank you for your time, you say, and glide back in amongst the worshipping masses. School of hard knocks, baby. It's what we do. Oh, man. Okay. All right. 34, where are you? All right, so I investigated the door, try to approach the cleric, engage in conversation, and simply observe. I'm going to observe, and then we'll get the heck out of this temple. 195. Standing where you are, observing the scene within the great temple known as the Black Altar, you pay close attention to the comings and goings of these city folk known as Zents. What would cause an entire city to worship such a god as Bane? Reading the facial expressions and watching the body language, the answer becomes clear. Tyranny. You've traveled far and know that generally folk are good at heart. The evil ones are the exception. So it strikes you as strange that the entire population of Zehntil Keep would choose to worship an evil god of their own free will. More probable is that some sort of coercion is at work here. If they do not worship Bane, they will be ostracized, or worse. There's tyranny, and there's dogma as well, enforced by tyranny. Tyranny and dogma enforced by tyranny. Suddenly, you hear a disturbance in the main door and see huddled bodies moving in the direction of the main altar. Fazul Shambril! One voice whispers. Oh, nope, I shouted that. Fazul Shambril! One voice whispers. It's the high priest, another murmurs. You crane your neck and try to catch a glimpse of the infamous high priest of Bane, but he is hidden by his followers. A bevy of hooded clerics, all sporting the same sinister-looking black gauntlet on their right hand. You catch only a brief glimpse of a hooded figure, his face completely hidden. High Priest Fazul. The temple quiets as the entourage approaches the altar, a path clearing before them. Fazul places something small on the lower altar, then stands there, his face still hidden. A low murmuring coming from inside his hood. The temple is hushed. He stays there for a while before the altar, then turns and lifts his head slightly, so that his chin and his mouth are visible. He addresses the crowd with a deep, authoritative boom. Hear one, hear all. The rumors you've heard are confirmed. I have scried towards the north, and I have seen the orc horde passing Whitehorn, led by the four-armed abomination Ghost. Believe me when I say that this horde will march on every city in the Moon Sea. No one will be spared. Therefore, Lord Manchun has proclaimed a new edict, a copy of which will be sent to all kings and governors within the Moonsea region. It proclaims that the Zhentil are the only force that can be trusted with the task of defending the citadel of the Raven from the Orc Horde, now that Gultar Hawkhelm has been killed, and that 3 large garrisons will leave Zehntil Keep for the citadel within the week. The crowd mumbles amongst itself, no doubt discussing these tidings. Around you, many have started to slowly file out, having made their visit and their offering for the day. Interesting. I wish to leave the temple now. You and Rymor both make your way out onto the street, leaving the black altar behind. It's nice to breathe this fresh air after the stifling, heavy, incense-laden interior of the temple. You thank Rymor for showing you around the black altar, smiling from ear to ear. He grasps your hand warmly and gives it a good shake. My pleasure, friend. And then he is gone, as if he simply melted back into the crowd. You look down at your hand. There, in the center of your palm, is a small scrap of parchment. Carefully peeling it from your palm, you turn it over and read minuscule writing printed on its surface. Be prepared to be contacted, stranger. You are being watched. Even right now. Not all who appear wolves are actually wolves. You glance around, suddenly paranoid. What can this mean? Pocketing the parchment, you quickly rejoin the crowd, headed towards the market square. Damn. I'm going to follow the crowd and also head towards the market square, which is going to be 33. Wow. Anyone else feel like that got a little heavy for a minute? That was good. That was really good. Man. I'm going to add 1 progress point. The noise at the market square is the first thing you notice as you approach. You hear dozens of conversations in a variety of languages and accents. The density of the crowd increases as you approach. In this sizable square, surrounded by grimy gray buildings, long rows of stalls have been set up, displaying a huge variety of wares. Merchants load goods from carts onto their stalls, and city folk browse the goods on display. A stray dog, lapping at a puddle of rainwater, glances up at you as you pass. Elsewhere, you get the occasional hesitant smile. Or a good day, or a nod. This is the warmest reception you've had since entering Zehntil Keep. I am not a rogue. We go to 360. You browse the various aisles, getting a feel for the square. There's a lot on offer here. Some of it is useless junk, but other items are potentially quite useful. Make a perception roll. 14 on the dice plus 2. I'm going to be at the 11 to 20, 44. You make your way around the various stalls, examining the wares. You have time to briefly look at all of them, but you may only buy items from 6 stalls. Otherwise, you are eating into your next progress point. The stalls are described in the table below. Oh. There is... Oh, man, okay. There is Tyrant's Unbreakable Ropes. The main product here is a giant spider silk rope. Interesting. Endless candles. Huge candles designed to burn for weeks. Tamilon's digging tools. Spades. That's like being like, go to the shovel store. Get a shovel. Bigger wigs. All sorts of ridiculous and colorful wigs to make your noggin look bigger. Manticore main wings. 1 gold piece. Oh, weird. Okay. Shadowdale mulled wine and cider. Bottles of exceptionally high quality mulled wine and cider. Dire rat traps. There have been a few of these critters sighted around the Common Quarter lately. Weird. Endless mirrors. Anybody need a hand mirror? What? What are these stores? Diverse liquids. Diverse liquids. Oh, it's like a recruiting agency got taken over and now they sell strange concoctions. Handcrafted door wedges. What? Netton's Noxious Weed Killer. These are stores. Edible animal treats. Navigation kits. Never get lost again. Saharma's Sweets and... That's it. That's the name of it. Saharma's Sweets and... I am definitely going to go get an unbreakable rope, and this better be the best shovel I have ever bought for 1 whole gold piece. And a wig. I need a wig. All right, so let's go to the wig store. No, let's go to the rope store first because it's legit. So he's claiming this rope is unbreakable. Yeah. So. Oh, there's more! Dragon repellent! There's a dragon repellent store! Hammocks! It's a store called Get Your Bum Off the Ground! Oh my god! Oh, there's a pipes and potent pipeweed store. We know what's good here. Bells galore! Get all the hand bells you would ever need! Oh god. Yeah. This is ridiculous. I don't need any of this stuff. The only thing that sounds useful is the rope. And maybe dragon repellent. Everybody really needs some dragon repellent. Does it work? Doubtful. Swears by. Saved my life a dozen tries while traveling through the spines. See? I don't know why he's a gangster. Or your money back. I mean, if it doesn't work, that's the catch. If it doesn't work, I can't get my money back. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. All right, let's go to Teatress's Unbreakable Ropes. It's very, very, very specific. So let's get an unbreakable rope. Let's be like, hey, what up, Teatress? I would like one of your super, super sweet ropes, please, sir. And Teatress will be like, oh, yes, that'll be 5 gold pieces. And I'll be like, yeah, Teatress, that's what I'm talking about. 5 gold pieces for a rope that will never break. What if I try to cut it with a sword? Oh, sir, but that would probably break the rope. It would void your warranty. Why is he Indian now? I don't know. I'm sorry. That went off the rails. Teatress, sold. I will take a rope. So we're going to go ahead and take a rope from this guy. Rope. 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 Add. We added it. All right. And then I would also like to... I really do want to buy a wig. So let's go to bigger wigs. I walk into a store. There are all kinds of colorful wigs. I can get manticore wings! What? So I walk over and I get some manticore mane wings. Like, they're wings made out of manticore mane. And I get them and I put them on. And I am now wearing manticore wings. They're 1 gold piece. I hand the attendant 1 gold piece and just stare at them and say, thank you. The wigs are not nearly as interesting to me. I leave the store. So now I have manticore wings. I look like this. So, like, if this is me right here, I have manticore wings. Look, so this is me now. Look at how majestic I am. Majestic AF. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's see here. It's good times. Good times were had in the store here. Once you finish shopping, your time in the market square is up. Return to map 1. Pick a new destination in Zehntil Keep. I am done shopping. Let us go to the Arcana Lane because, you know, Penny Lane was cool. Arcana would be... Yeah, never mind. Went places. I got to roll for a random encounter. So let me hit my map entry. Roll a d6. I got a 6. I got to go to 234. You're passing through an area populated with many large stone monuments. It appears to be some sort of memorial to past battles. Rows of pillars are adorned with plaques celebrating the deeds of various heroes. Here and there are little alcoves where city folk can pay respect to the fallen. With gifts of flowers and incense. A kind of open-air temple to the battles of the past. There is an air of reverence to this eerily quiet stretch of street. Suddenly, it goes utterly quiet, and you find yourself wondering where everyone has gone. I'm going to go ahead and take an automatic success on the perception check because I got that ability earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and automatically take the success here. I'm not even going to roll. Well, I'm going to roll just to see how stupid it was to use it. And I rolled a 20, so it was completely pointless to use this. Great, Trey. Good job. Way to use your abilities well. Yeah. Solid. First natural 20, and I'm just ignoring it because that's what I said I'd do. Good times. 418. You become aware of a presence nearby, a creature shadowing you. At first, you are not even sure how you are aware of this, but then you see movement on the upper left part of a pillar, just ahead of you. You see a creature climbing, its dagger in its grip. It blinks at something. It blinks at you, a look of anger on its face, having been spotted, and then, as quickly as it appeared, it's gone again. You will not be able to make a ranged attack as the creature has slipped out of sight. What? Do I have invisibility? I was going to take it, and then I didn't. Out of here, bug. I'm going to attempt to pursue this creature. Make a... Whoa! DC 19 athletics check. Whoa! 13. Where's my athletics? +1. No, I do not do it. I am not successful. You are not fast enough through the door and are... Nope, that's not it. Where'd it go? You run as fast as you can forward to where you saw the creature on the pillar, but you are too slow. Rounding the corner, you look down a short alleyway and up at the surrounding rooftops. There is no sign of the creature you saw. Shaking your head, you return to the street and carry on walking. Extra cautious now. This encounter has spooked me, and I wish to go to my inn. You make your way through the streets of the River City, quickly heading back to the inn where you stayed last night. You greet the innkeep with a curt nod, and pay for another night's accommodation and make your way to the room, drawing the curtains. You're happy to see your room and quickly bed down to get some rest. You only have time to activate one code word from the list below. Ooh, man. Okay, alright. So, chat, you get to play along. I don't know who's in there, but even if it's just Zart, someone tell me which quest we should do. Do we want to help Wendell, the drunk guy we said we would help? Or do we want to go find the wand that may destroy entire armies? Vote now. I'm going to go ahead and drink while you vote. Do it. You know you want to. So the choices are help Wendell or go on the wand quest. My alignment, it's like chaotic good. Like chaotic good. Yeah, chaotic good. Wand quest. Wand quest it is. Wand quest it is. Yeah. Here we go. 413. Erase the word wand quest from my list. Sure. Sullen's words come back to you. Meet us at the East Bridge 4 hours after dusk. You stay in your room for a few hours, resting. Cover HP from short rest, don't need to. Noting the time, you make your way quickly towards the East Bridge. Keeping your head low, you reach the East Bridge near the docks and see townsfolk headed north or south over. On their way home, but no sign of either Sullen, or her assassin friend. He was an assassin? That's good information to have up front. You are just about to go up when you hear a whisper behind you. Outlander, over here. You turn and see Celine's friend, the assassin, beckoning you from a nearby alleyway. You quickly turn to him. Celine is waiting in the alleyway. Celine produces a large bottle half filled with a swirling purple liquid, which you recognize instantly as healing potion. Need any of this stuff? She asks. There's still enough for 2 doses. When you ask how she came by such a large bottle, Celine laughs and she says, I'm from Elventree. Lots of people make potions there. This stuff is as common as mead where I come from. I don't need to restore any hit points. Oh, I guess I don't need this. Fazul's tower is near the Black Altar. It's a bit of a walk from here, but not too far. We wait till night has completely fallen. We will enter. There are 3 floors. We know that much, and I suspect the wand is being kept on the top floor. I need to let you know now. There is a high chance we could die. Fazul is very powerful, and even if he is not home, there are rumors that Fazul has some beast guarding his tower, which we have to get past. Are you still with us, Outlander? Yep. Wand quest, all the way. The 3 of you wait in the alleyway until night has completely fallen, and then begin to make your way towards the tower of Fazul Shimbril. The tower is in the center of a walled garden near the Black Altar, the grand temple of Bane, built wide at its base. The tower tapers inwards as it ascends, shaped like an alchemist's beaker. It stands there, about 3 stories high. The 3 of you find your way within the walled compound easily, but getting inside the large circular tower is going to be a different matter altogether. There's a light coming from the 2nd and 3rd floor windows of the tower. You wait, watching for any signs of movement. After a while, Celine turns to you. I don't think the High Priest is home right now, she whispers. We've chosen our time well. He usually attends the evening service at the Black Altar. You and Gregor nod. That's his name? Then look back at the tower. There's a front door, but Celine points out that it might be guarded from by a glyph of some sort. The 3 of you start looking around for other ways in. I don't have other ways in, so we're gonna go see if it's open. Under the black cover of night, you run low to the front door, stopping and checking your periphery. You reach the door and gingerly test the handle. It turns freely. It's open. It's open, you tell Salam and Kregor. Fazul would not just let anyone waltz into his tower, Selin whispers. Someone or something is guarding this place. The three of you pause there for a moment, finally realizing there is nothing else for it. Selin places her hand on the doorknob and quietly turns. You may ready in action if you wish. You enter a dark, spacious interior. Okay, I guess I got to ready in action right now if I'm gonna. I'm going to pull out my short sword and have it ready to attack anything that jumps out at me or jumps out to attack me or something of that nature. You enter a dark, spacious interior. Low light comes from some kind of phosphorescence, which grows on the walls. There is a strange, pointed rock in the midst of this room, extending up from below. Glancing around, you move forward and see that there is a sizable hole in the floor, descending into pure blackness. Only the gods know what's down there. You look to the side of the room and see a staircase spiraling upwards around the wall, which narrows inwards as it ascends. The next floor up to be a lot smaller, and you remember that from outside the tower it appeared to taper off at higher levels. Roll a perception. Roll perception for all three of us. All right. Purple and blue will be Salon. Green will be me. Clear will be Kregor. Well, green and purple and blue both rolled ones. Kregor, what do you see? You got a +1, so he rolled a 17. See 19. Yeah, no, none of us see it. What if none of us are successful? There's not an option for that. All right, one of you is successful. All right. Something makes you look up, and there, inverted on the ceiling, is a dragon-like lizard. It appears to be dozing and hasn't noticed you. Selin puts her fingers up to her lips. Carefully, you try to move through the room towards the staircase without a sound. Roll stealth with advantage, since you have the rogue Krogar with you. It's going to be 12. Yeah, I am unsuccessful. The lizard suddenly wakes from its dozing state. It raises its head and hisses malevolently at you. Selin yells as she notches an arrow and prepares to fire. Kregor also notches an arrow with his short bow. The drake begins scurrying to the far wall as quickly and easily as if it were level floor, and then descends the wall, advancing on your little party. Go to this combat sheet. Use map 15. Map 15. Oh, this is an interesting place. All right. So this is going to be me. I'm going to go ahead and take green and yellow as Salam and Kregor. Okay, SD is... The Stone Drake is going to be red. The stone drake slinks across the walls and ceilings quickly and stealthily, as nimbly as on level ground. Sleek reptile eyes. It looks hungry. Roll initiative for everybody. We use the same dice for each of us again. So that's going to be initiative for Celine. Where's her net? So that's going to be, she rolled a 6, and then Trey had a 13, Gregor had, man, Gregor is on fire with these dice. Gregor had a 20. Dear Lord. Alright, and the lizard. Roll the lizard still. 10. Which gives him 12. Alright. Interesting. All right. Did that. Rolled initiative. This is a hole in the floor. And grabbing one of you, blah, 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 blah. The drake will only inflict enough damage to take you to 0 hit points. It doesn't want to ruin its meal. When running to its lair, it may provoke attack of opportunities. Hey, we said the thing. As always, flanking rules apply. The drake is focused on its meal while it's fleeting. The stone drake will not stop regardless how much damage it takes. It will only use double movement, moving up to 80 feet towards its lair. Oh, this is the lair. Okay. Due to the presence of NPC, just here. Okay. Okay. Engaged. Okay. I don't. Characters 0 entrance the base of the North Wall of the tower. Reduce to try to avoid being flanked. The best spot for that. One character will grab them in its powerful jaws and quickly. Okay, got you. Okay, so now we start. Cragor gets to go first. What's Cragor gonna do? What can Cragor do? He is going to step forward 1 square and attack this thing with his rapier for a 20, which should definitely hit that guy. Yeah. Oh, his armor class is 19, though. So that's going to be 5 plus 3. It's 8 damage to the lizard. Oh, shit. Okay, and then next up is going to be me, followed by the lizard, followed by what's her name? So Let's do Trey's roll. Tried to hit it with the short sword, and we miss. Because we rolled a natural 1. Again. Good times. Good times. Next up is going to be the lizard, who will attempt to bite at Gregor for 15, and the second one is going to be that. He hits with the first one, but not the second one, so the bite then does... It's going to be 7 damage to Gregor. No, not Gregor! And then next up is Celine. She tries to hit this thing with her scimitar, successfully doing 5 damage to it. Taking it down 13 for the fight. Next up is Trey, or Gregor again, attacking the lizard for that. Taking him down to another 9. Then we have Trey, who tries to hit the lizard with a sword again and misses. And then we have the lizard, who tries to hit Gregor and misses. Then we have Shala, who tries to hit the lizard and misses. Then we have Gregor, who tries to hit the lizard and succeeds. For another 8. Whoops, nope. Nope. So another 8. Okay, so Gregor hit him. Trey tries to hit him again. This time, I'm going to change it up and attempt to hit him with Eldritch Blast. Yeah, for 23. Send a blast of crackling energy towards the target. He takes 1d10 plus 3 for 7. 7 damage from my Eldritch Blast. Suck it, lizard. Then let's go for... That was me. Lizard's turn. He tries to bite. That's cocked. Tries to bite for 13. Does not bite him. Tries to... Oh, I threw that one across the computer. Tries to bite again. Does not hit him. Now it's Sheila's turn. She misses as well. Back to Gregor. Holy crap. Back to Gregor. He misses. Back to Trey. He misses. Back to the lizard. He misses. Bites again. Ooh. He misses. Sheila. She hits for 5 more damage to the lizard. And as she hits it with her arrow, the lizard kind of squeals and blood starts just pouring out from under his leg armpit area as the arrow gets lodged up in there. You can hear a slight wheeze in his breath now when he breathes. Then we will come back around to the top. Gregor tries to hit the lizard and misses. Trey tries to hit the lizard. I hit the lizard for 8 more damage. And then the lizard tries to hit Cragor. Successfully hits Cragor for, what was that number? What was the attack again? Hits him for 1d8. It's going to be 8 more damage to Cragor. And then he tries to hit him again. Ooh. Another 11 damage to Cragor. Uh-oh, Cragor. Things are not looking so hot for you, buddy. Let's take a look at how you're doing real quick. Yeah, Cragor, you are in trouble, my man. Cragor is down. Cragor is down. Shit. So we skip over his turn. Actually, he makes a death save. Fails. Okay. Well. All right, Cragor. Hopefully you survive this. So Cragor goes. Trey goes. Trey tries to hit the lizard again. Misses. Worst. This is going to be 21, 30, 7, 30, 42. Oh, man. The lizard has 10 hit points left. Shit. Okay, so lizard goes. He picks up Cragor in his mouth and it moves his full speed towards his lair here. So he can move 40. So that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20. What happens if he gets in his lair? He does provoke an attack of opportunity from Celine. Oh, this keeps going. Okay, so yeah, he provokes attack of opportunity from Celine, who rolls a natural 20. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, alright, so she rolled a natural 20. That means we double her damage dice, which is going to be 2d6 plus 3. So, don't screw it up. Oh, no. It's a 4 plus 7. 7, she doesn't do enough to kill it. Oh no. Alright, so she does 7 more damage to this thing. This thing has 3 health left. It picks up Cragor and carries it into its lair. Gone, out of sight with Cragor. Oh boy. Okay. So then this fight continues in the beast's lair. So we turn the page. As we all move into the lair. Yeah. So I charge into the lair ahead of Sheila. And we see Cragor and the Stone Drake. Okay. Uh-oh. Holy crap. Okay. Sorry, I had to read some instructions. Okay, so all right, we came down here. Sheila used her movement to come down here. I used my movement to come down here. And she can shoot at it. Natural 1, she doesn't. I attempt to shoot another Eldritch Blast at it. I hit it, which it's going to be for another 5, blasting it to death because it only had 3 hit points left. We chase it into its lair as it grabs Cragor and goes. I blast it with my Eldritch Blast. The blast hits the stone drake, knocking him to the ground, freeing Cragor. Cragor is unconscious. We walk up, pour healing potion in Cragor's mouth, and stabilize him. Salah looks at me and she says, "We've clearly underestimated the enemy here. I don't think we can do this. At least not alone. We'll have to come back and regroup again. Try another day." I kind of have to agree with her. And the 3 of us head out the way we came, leaving a dead stone drake behind. And pretending that didn't happen. Man, wow. I return to the inn by the shortest route possible and go quickly to my room, laying down. I'm soon fast asleep. I fell asleep quickly. Some time later, you do not know how long, you awake to a sound. Tap, tap, tap. Half asleep. You think it's part of your dream. At first I ignore it, but then I hear it again. Tap, 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 tap. My eyes fly open and I sit bolt upright, almost rolling off the bed and grabbing my weapon. Tap, 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 tap. It's coming from the window. Peering over the edge of my bed, I look towards the window, but shut the curtains. Earlier, you can't see anything. The tapping again, then a voice. "Outlander! Outlander, come to the window!" Some instinct tells you that the tone is friendly, but you move cautiously over. Besides, if this is an enemy outside your window, would they be announcing their presence? You yank the curtains open and see a half-elf standing on the roof outside, clad in Zehntil livery. However, something about his bearing, his expression, tells you this warrior is not some Zehntil drone. There's too much dignity and intelligence in his face for that to be the case. And I think, friends, we are going to stop right there before we go meet Teodric, the elf. I'm really happy to find out that this adventure is way deeper and way more involved than the first time I did this with Death Knights Squire, which was very, very linear. It just took me right to where I needed to be, right to the end. I'm glad that there's some meandering and some storylines happening here. This is super interesting, and this is super great. This is a lot of fun. I said it last time, but if you don't have people to play D&D with, this is your solution right here. The book is your DM, and you just keep going, and you make choices, and you roll dice. You do all the things you would normally do in a D&D game, but the book is leading you through it. And it's done very well. Don't forget, you can click on the page number. This is all just very, very, very well done, and I'm blown away by this one. The depth that this has is surprising to me. It's incredibly surprising to me. I didn't prepare spells like invisibility and things like that because I didn't think I would need them. But like I said, the depth here, woo, woo. And it's great. It's fun. I had a lot of fun. I want to continue playing, but I can feel my voice being a little haggard and things like that. So it's probably best that we cut it here. And we'll do this again. Let's plan to do this in like a week or so. Probably on a Saturday instead of a Sunday, because normally at 4 p.m. on Sundays, we're playing the Attack of Opportunity D&D campaign. You should come back and watch it. It's going to be awesome right here on this Twitch channel. You can catch all of our videos, the pieces of the campaign that we've already done, and anything that we do in the future. You will find all of those videos on our YouTube channel after they've aired live. This will be on our YouTube channel. Probably YouTube has to process it. That usually takes like an hour. So it'll be up there very quickly. You can follow us on Twitter at Attack of Op, Attack of OP, Attack of OP. You can follow me on Twitter at Trey Kane. Ask me questions. Tell me how terrible this was. Tell me how awesome this was. I'm not really sure. I know a lot of it is just me kind of reading to you, but it's fun. Story time is fun. I hope you enjoyed what we did here today, and I hope you come back to see more of the content that we were creating on Attack of Opportunity. We will have more of this show. We have our weekly show. We're going to have another D&D game starting up soon, and I think we've talked about a talk show coming soon. All of these things are happening. I'm hoping to see a lot of it ramped up by June. And I hope you stick with us and come along for the ride. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching today, and we will see you next time.